Coach, you just opened us up about a good atmosphere today. A lot of
Yeah, I really appreciate it. Had a few folks here. Appreciate the Marching Southerners to come over, our band, the cheerleaders, and it was a pretty nice day. You wouldn't think it because some of the effort wasn't quite what I thought it would be. And I don't know if it was nerves or just thinking too much, but we've had a pretty good spring. We got one more practice next week to get some stuff straightened out, and then of course all summer.
It looked along those lines. It looked like the thing you were upset with was the offensive pace in particular.
Oh, the pace and the effort and the intensity and the execution, all that. Just a few of those things. And, Head, we had made some progress in that regard coming up to this point. And for today, I've got to watch the film, but I know I don't want to because I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was something they ate in their biscuits this morning or something, but it was gross. So we'll get that fixed.
Was it too slow? Was it too slow?
Oh, it was too slow, too soft. No concentration, and poor job coaching getting them ready for the practice.
You had mentioned all spring, that the defense has been ahead of the offense. How did the defense look today?
Yeah, they looked pretty good, but it was hard to evaluate. We were so gross offensively. It was hard to evaluate, if our defense was good or if our offense was just that bad. So there are times, and during the spring, it was kind of, went back and forth a little bit, which is probably what you'd want it to be. And typically, the offense would be further behind because of, the little bit more thinking, I guess you would say. But I didn't see anything that we can't fix if the guys will pick up the pace a little bit.
What about Zion and Matthew today and then spring in general?
Yeah, Matthew is a little banged up, but he wanted to practice. He'll have a corrective thing and just be out for a few weeks. Zion's gotten better this spring, but there's moments where we're like, geez, we gotta get that corrected. So it's going to be I'm not 100% comfortable at quarterback. We've got guys coming in. It's going to be an open competition, but we need to come out of our August practice time with at least 3 guys that we think we can win with, and that's wide open right now.
What about the kickers, Coach? They did some good things.
Yeah, they did. They've kicked really well all spring. That's been probably the one positive of today. They're kicking with the wind a little bit, but we got a good competition going on, and both of those guys are pretty talented. I feel good about that.
Did you expect to be a kicking show today?
Not that much, I don't know if there's any kind of show, but like I said, it's a practice and things that we can learn from. And sometimes I get frustrated because I keep forgetting. I've done this, 30 years for the same system. These guys have done it for less than 30 days, so I have to remind myself that they're still learning that part, and we got to be a little bit more patient.
You said it was hard to evaluate the defense specifically today, but I mean just in general in the spring, are there a couple guys on that side of the ball that have really impressed you from a performance standpoint and a leadership standpoint?
Yeah, the leadership part, that's a fair question, but I never really worry about leadership during practice because that's what the coaches are supposed to do. Now going forward in the summer workouts, that's where the leadership's got to take place. So we'll have one practice next week, our last one, where we try to identify the leaders and put them in a position to kind of control the player run stuff in the summer. But I think we've got some defensively. J-Rock has showed up every day. George Steele's had a really good spring practice session. Kyle Holt's been the guy that's flashed at defensive end. We moved him over from tight end. Now we've got some players there. We're not very big. I'd like for us to get a little bit bigger. And right now we've got about 40 new guys coming in. I think by the time it's all said and done in a month, we might be up to 50. So half the roster is going to be new. Coming into camp, but we've got enough good players with us now to have success if they have a great summer.
Obviously George had the big play at the beginning.
Yeah, that was a great play. He's made a couple plays like that this spring, which he read the play, he jumped it, and set the tone right there. But again, I think defensively our staff has a good plan, but there's a whole lot of work. There's still some help we got to get, but as I told the team, I'm hoping that we can find the guys that are coming back from the spring, 1 or 2 at every position we can win with.